Really. I have imagined that, but I also imagined it would be weird as shit because I wouldn't run around touching my own breasts, and I wouldn't feel myself up if I had breasts.
Yeah, that's right. But women can just, they feel them in the shower. They can touch them whenever they want, even though it's just not done in public. But I think it's not very special to them because they have them, and I think that is at least one of the reasons why men think it is special and just have an urge to look at them and touch them.
Yeah.
Because they are, you know, it's different for them. So yeah, as a last quote, SBS documentary sends a clear message: the bra should be a choice and not an obligation. And what is this? There's a number 14 after that. Maybe that's backed by 14 people. I don't know what that means on this site. And then here's another another one. Here it's a quote from, let's see. The website www.007b.com has quoted a bra industry spokesperson in the following segment taken from their site. Okay, this is a bra industry spokesperson, so I'm assuming that these people know what they're talking about because it's their job. Will bras keep the breasts from sagging? And then here comes the quote. Bras will keep your breasts from sagging while you're wearing them. Okay,
Yeah.
but not for the remainder of time. There is no published medical literature showing that bras prevent sagging. Okay, so this is very important. Even the bra industry seems to know this, as the following quote illustrates. We have no evidence that wearing a bra could prevent sagging because the breast itself is not a muscle, so keeping it toned up is an impossibility. What it can do, particularly for larger-breasted women, is obviously to provide the comfort and support. So if a woman wants a particular breast profile, she will buy a particular brand, and that is what they're designed for. There's no permanent effect on the breast from wearing a particular bra. The bra will give you the shape the bra's been designed to give while you're wearing it. Of course, when you take it off, you go au natural.
Yeah.
Executive John Dixie at Bras, Bare Facts documentary. So there has actually been made a documentary about
Huh.
this. We are not the first people to talk about this.
Yeah. But
Plus,
we are
it's
then
about the
going.
exposure.
Yeah, we're then returning to the fact that they're sexual and we like looking at them because they're actually buying bras that make them have a specific shape.
Yes.
Probably because of other people to look at them, and they're always like, "Hey, get out of my eyes are up here," and yet they still want us to look at their breasts.
Yeah, that's
Us
just, I think,
being
how women work.
yeah, mystery
That's probably
unsolved.
just the thing.
That's me.
But I think if I would be a woman, I would obviously spend much more time and energy into buying bras. But I would think that if I read this and looked this up, and it says to me, bras don't,
Do shit.
bras are not necessary. They don't make sure that your breasts don't sag or whatever. I would generally consider, especially around my age, when I no longer need my parents to tell me what to do or whatever, that I would consider not wearing them.
Although,
I don't
not wearing
think.
them will probably make your nipples exposed. You have seen that, haven't you?
That is true. Yeah,
So
that is
it
a good
might
point.
be
Even think
socially
about that.
unacceptable for you to run around with your nipples sticking out of your shirt, or it depends on how many layers you're wearing. I mean, if you're wearing a shirt just like a t-shirt or a tank top or whatever, and you can see the stiff nipples sticking out of it, I don't know, maybe another woman most predominantly would think it's inappropriate, sorry, to
I
run
guess,
around
yeah.
with
And
your
even
breast,
men
but
probably.
some men,
But
I
at
guess,
home, um, I probably, like, when there's nobody home, I would just sit here and have no problem with it. The only real problem you can have with exposing any part of your body basically is completely based on what everybody else around you thinks, and you have to abide by the fact that you can't know for sure what they're thinking, even when they tell you.
yeah.
You can't be sure. And you can't just go around asking everybody, hey, how do you feel about me doing this? And just, no, that's not how the world works. So, and what's this? There's some numbers. Women that were studied. Oh, no, this is about cancer. It's about breast cancer in relation to bras, though. We learned that women who wear bras 24 hours a day have a 125-fold greater chance of getting breast cancer than women who do not wear bras at all, and a 113-fold greater chance of getting breast cancer than women who wear bras for less than 12 hours daily. And I'm not making this up. If you're listening to this and you're a woman and you're thinking this is some bullshit, he wants us to not wear bras. This is not the case. I'm literally going to copy this into the description.
or the link
Here's some numbers.
even.
Yeah. Women that were studied, of the ones that did not get cancer, 20% wore bras less than 12 hours a day, and 80% wore them longer than 12 hours a day. It's pretty obvious. It's the opposing number. And of the ones that did get cancer, only 1% wore bras less than 12 hours a day, and 99% wore them longer. So
that is actually interesting. So there's actually medically dangerous to wear bras constantly. I mean, it's not locked in on that sentence. You know, it might be other thing that caused you breast cancer. You know, running in family, blah 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 blah, all that. But the numbers speak for themselves. I mean, if you really don't need bras, you still wear them all the time. What was the chance again? 130-fold?
It's a 125-fold greater chance of getting breast cancer if you don't wear bras at all, and 113 if you wear bras for less than 12 hours a day. So yeah, like it's pretty big. These numbers illustrate something pretty big. But I should assess, like, if you're a woman and you're alarmed by this, don't necessarily be alarmed, because the chance might be extremely tiny that you get breast cancer because of this, and like 0.01% times 125. I mean, it's going to be less than 0.01% really, even. So that's not going to be a massive increase. But I think it's still worth putting in this video.
Yeah, but
I think it's still worth bringing awareness to
Who are
that.
you fooling? We're not going to have any women watching our video.
Yeah, probably not.
So,
Should
we sum up now? What we've made, all the points we've made.
Yes,
so
I think so.
We have breasts are you can actually walk as a female. You can walk in New York City with your breasts exposed. I don't know if that's the only place on Earth, but at least it's a pretty popular place.
It's the only place in the U.S. apparently that it's allowed.
So you can do that, and as we've said, we've debated whether or not it's 'cause I've only said that it should be allowed, or that's what I mean, because it is basically the same as for a male to go around without a shirt on, and if that's allowed almost everywhere in the world, it should be allowed for women too. And it should be socially accepted. That's my view on it. It's not because I want to see tits wherever I go. It's more, I don't know actually why I think. It's just, there are a lot of women, feminist people that bitch, sorry, but they bitch about it. They're not equal to the man. Now,
even though they are so much more equal to us in many fields that they apparently don't really realize.
Yeah.
I'd love to have for feminists to be like a man for a year and just finding out what it's like.
Yeah.
Just totally be another person in roughly the same culture, but be a man and find out what it's like. I'd love to have that. Yeah. There would be so much less bitching.
It would be. Not complaining on feminists. We're not calling them dumbass bitches, but
I am, though. No, just Jay.
But yeah, summing up, breasts are sexual objects. They're objects of lust. You enjoy seeing them. If you are attracted to women and breasts, you are given some kind of pleasure by looking at them. Right.
Yes.
So naturally. That's why it's illegal to expose your breasts on public basis, except in New York City, at least. And if you guys find some other cities or places it's allowed to walk around as a female with your breasts exposed, please tell us or post in the comment section, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll be interested in knowing when, or where rather, and when it was legalized, on how many places on this earth you can walk around as a female without your shirt on, or topless.
I suppose in like these African villages.
Yeah.
These are really poor African villages. Yeah.
And
I really wonder, though, back to this article of the femin activists in, where was this again? In Ukraine?
Great. Poland, actually, though.
Oh, was it Poland? Yes, it was in Warsaw, Poland. Wow. Paid attention there. The Ukrainian feminist group, if they got arrested for that, I wonder. Yeah. Or if that was at least one of the significant reasons why.
I really think they were arrested because they caused a riot.
They did. They caused a lot of attention. You only see two in the picture, but I doubt that it was just them.
Yeah,
seriously.
But yeah, if you ask me, going topless as a female should, publicly, everywhere in the world should be legalized.
Yep. After this conversation, I'm going to agree with you.
And
At first I thought maybe it's not a good idea, but
of
I'm
course,
sorry if it's a vain thing for me to say, but I'm gonna go with the fairness thing. I'm sorry, but I guess it's kind of fair. You know, if men can do it, why should women not be allowed to do it?
yeah,
Go
and
ahead.
let's phrase it as that for now, and not say
Yeah.
because we want women to run around topless. No, I'm kidding.
We apologize in advance for every male person in the world who's going to sexualize this and probably
Yeah,
thereby ensure that it's not going to happen. But yeah, that's just the way it is. I'm
yeah,
sorry. We
it
can't
is.
help that.
We
We
can.
don't speak for mankind.
No,
Uh,
by me stating that I'm not even equally aroused by breasts as most stereotypical men, I think that I am hereby disavowed by taking decisions for mankind or speaking for mankind ever again.
yeah, I suppose
I
so.
guess we're gonna get a lot of troll comments saying, "Oh, gay faggots don't like boobies,
No,
man."
that's not the case at all.
We're
I
not
mean,
saying we don't like them. We're just saying, or I'm at least saying that I don't have a such. I think I'm equally as interested in female breasts as females are in the male chest.
yeah.
I think I'm equally as interested as those people because during intercourse, if I might say this, there is the foreplay thing when you touch the breast and stuff. They do that on you too. I mean, some people do that. I'm not saying every girl is
Yeah.
stroking your hand down your chest, but is stroking her hand down your chest. Sorry, but it is. They like
Yeah.
doing that too. They like feeling you up on your chest, and that
It happens.
it happens. Not everyone does it, but yet I'm not gonna. I don't think I'll say that. Not there is a case where someone has not touched a girl's breast when they had the chance. I don't, unless they were homosexual, of course. But I don't think there's a case that I can refer
Indeed.
to. I
You know
mean,
what?
there are girls that don't want to touch the chests of males, though. But
I don't want to retract my statement now, but I'm gonna go. It should be fair in the case that male chests should be as sexual and sensual in every sense and erotic, as it were, as a female chest. No matter
that's
what shape it is or anything, no matter what you're attracted to, it should be as, you know, it should be considered under the same conditions, no matter what the purpose of these things are.
and
And that the only exception that you can have on the human body with this entire rule should be genitals.
yes,
That is the
genitals.
fact.
What about? I was about to say buttholes, but the ass and the buttocks, or
I suppose so, yeah.
I guess that's an entirely different topic, actually. But yeah,
That's also that is also something that you can generally base on hygiene, personal hygiene, and you don't want to expose
yeah.
something that can be affected by that. I
If you
think
if you sit down bare-assed on a chair, you're gonna infect it, and everyone
yeah,
else that does that is gonna.
that's a major issue in that regard as
Yeah,
well, and that's
so
just not sexualizing it.
I don't
In
think
general.
there's a real big problem in personal hygiene in breasts. Are there? I'm not a girl,
Oh,
so
I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
so.
I don't know,
No,
but if
I think in any case, males will have a bigger problem with that because they are usually hairier, right?
yeah,
And by usually, I mean by hopefully 100%, but I don't guess so.
no,
But the thing is, it's difficult to imagine something getting really dirty, but it's harder to keep clean, I assume.
yeah.
You know,
So yeah, again, concluding that breasts walking around topless as a female should be legalized and not, because we want to see more breasts and all that, but
mm,
I'm gonna say that I think that even if it was legalized, a lot of people wouldn't be okay with it. I mean, if it was legalized, like I
that's
said,
yeah.
over the night, you wouldn't see a whole bunch of topless girls walking around. I mean, maybe the ones that were really feeling really good about themselves would probably do it because
Or the ones who considered it after watching this video.
yeah.
Probably a massive whopping zero.
Yes. Yeah, and so it will take some time if this bill or a law for the world would be passed. It would take a few 10 years maybe before it was really socially accepted.
Thank you for listening. We've been Pyro and Tribal for Team Socially Awkward, an awkward talk on whether or not it is okay to reveal one's chest in public for either gender. Hold fast for Season 3, which will be coming soon. Stay tuned.